Largent has caught 7 passes in this game for 105 yards. 5 secondary backs on the field. Roll out right. Jordan plants it and throws deep. Largent! Touchdown! Touchdown, Largent! Great catch by Largent.
You see the problem. You see the pressure he puts on you when he rolls, Kurt. Now, that's only the 3rd time he's rolled out of the entire game, but 2 of the 3 times he succeeded in making big plays. Rolling to his right, and it's tough for a left-handed quarterback to roll to his right, settle, look at all the room he's got to throw the ball, releases it downfield deep to Largent, right over the top. The defensive secondary thought perhaps he was going to run. They delayed just enough for Largent to get behind him, and talking about Haynes specifically, number 36.
He followed that ball.
That is Dick Enberg and Tom Seaver in the vet in Philadelphia.
Atkins now rolls to his left.
He's open.
Largent, touchdown.
Great play, Largent. That is the first touchdown that the Seattle Seahawks have recorded in the 4th quarter, 1981. Great job by Sam Atkins, rolling against the way you'd normally think a right-handed quarterback would, but Largent turns completely around, catches side of the football.
It's suddenly 3rd down, and it's 17 or 18 yards to go. Long play, Meyer buying time. Meyer going deep downfield, the end zone. There's one in, touchdown.
It was. That play deserves another look as we see Steve rolling to his right, Steve Meyer. And there's a lack of concentration on the defensive man to let his man get behind him. You always take care of your own first and let someone else worry about the men up front. A fine throw, I might add.
David Sims even threw one. Number 80, Steve Largent, is another story.
For 3 days this past week, he's in the ballgame. Craig, a little play action, goes deep right side, has his man there. It is Largent. It is a touchdown. It is a 9-0 ball game. He beat Ricky Smith at the left quarterback. Smith replacing Lippett. Craig saw it, went right after him.
Take a look at the protection that Craig gets across the line. Here's Sims, the man we were talking about. He's going to get good protection, throw the ball way down here in the corner against Ricky Smith, the defensive back who just came into the ballgame. Let's take a look at the protection. Good protection. Throws the ball high over the top to the outside where only Largent can catch the football.
Ball back to the 38. This is a 3rd and 17.
I know that he was Dan Marino's brother-in-law.
Yeah, married Marino's sister. The bomb tipped by Lewis and caught for a touchdown by Largent. So they finally score on what turns out to be a fluke play. Steve Largent on the tip touchdown of 38 yards. And no shutout today for the Seahawks or Chiefs.
Well, this almost looks like a lateral because you can see Largent. He's going to be on the right of your screen. Now watch, both of them go up. There's the tip ball. Now watch Largent. He never quits. Stretches out there and just concentrates, brings the ball in. Great play by Steve Largent in
4th quarter. Ball game tied 17-17. Little play action fake. Salisbury goes deep, has his man. Touchdown.
Seahawks right after the play was over. 6 or 7 of them came running from the sidelines and just jumped all over him. You saw how happy he was. Off balance, threw this ball nearly 50 yards in the air. No problem for Byron Franklin.
57 yards officially. 2nd and 13. Little flea flicker. McDonald going deep, has a man wide open. It's Danny Green. Green has it at the 3, moves inside and scores.
Here's McDonald taking the snap, and he gives to John A. Williams, who's a good blocker and gets to show it here as he stopped an on-rushing Detroit Lion who did get to McDonald as he threw the ball, and Green was simply wide open and made a nice cutback move to get into the end zone.
And Todd Schlopey will have a chance now to tie it up.
For the injured Craig, who has 3 touchdown passes to his credit today. Here comes Dolman, he just got it away. It's caught for a touchdown, Butler. And a happy Jeff Kemp leaves the field.
Sure, got to take your helmet off after something like that. There he is in a shotgun. Now, from the right part of your screen, you're going to see the pressure. Here comes the rush. There comes the blitz. He gets hit, just hangs it up. Butler's got Rutland beat, but comes back, makes the play. Just a little penny from heaven dropping in your lap.
Second down, a short 7. Wide open, Mark Teal, touchdown. And the touchdown pass of 24.
A play that they worked earlier just before the half, and no one is home. Missed assignment for the
Tate Randall, 21.
Yeah, Tate Randall, 21. And Tate Randall is, of course, a veteran, a 6-year veteran.
3rd down and 8. The ball is at the 23-yard line. A very close call on the edge of that end zone against the rookie Brian Blades of Seattle. Here's Stauffer on 3rd and 8. He's going back for Blades. Touchdown!
Going to see Blades set Seal to the outside, looking outside at him, fixes it, and then he just takes it inside when he sees Seal plant to make the turn. The ball was right there. It was a perfectly thrown ball by Kelly Stauffer. He's actually got Sam Seal believing that he was going to go outside to that post bender out to the corner. The minute Seals rocked back on his heels, Blades took it underneath, and the great thing is it timed up with Kelly Stauffer. Stauffer saw what happened and went for it, made the pitch exactly where he had to throw it.
From the 17. For the end zone. Flags down. Blades. Did he hold on? Let's check the penalty marker. It is. Touchdown, Brian Blades from McGuire. Brian Blades with just an unbelievable catch. Darren Covington was all over him, and indeed it was pass interference against San Diego, so the touchdown will stand. Stauffer, the deep drop, fires into the end zone. Touchdown to Blades.
I've seen some things in my life, but few have matched it. Good drive by Gelbaugh. We still have an extra point. With this offensive showing we've had here tonight, we could be here all night. Well, it's fitting that Brian Blades gets a touchdown. Another look at the touchdown on the final play of regulation. Stan Gelbaugh in relief of Kelly Stauffer smokes one across the middle to Brian Blades, who really covered pretty well by Tyrone Braxton.
Not a good start for Seattle.
But the game tied at 3. They got a field goal off an interception. Meyer down the sideline. Galloway, touchdown.
Man, has he found a favorite receiver or what?
59 yards. Of course, Galloway had a 54-yard reception earlier in the season, so that's his longest NFL reception. He had the 86-yard touchdown run, and gives a fan a souvenir. Joey Galloway on his way to being NFL Rookie of the Year.
Yeah, that's his 5th touchdown reception. He runs this pattern, and the corner just loses track of him.
That's Tom Carter.
He's the one who had the interception. Obviously, Joey Galloway went to Rick Meyer and Dennis Erickson and said, don't give up on that up route. I can still beat him in.
Play action. Unload. Wide open. Galloway, touchdown.
want to cover, who runs a 4.240.
Yeah, but you know what? I remember I talked about this defense playing like individuals, not as a team. Terry McDaniel, the left corner, thinks he has help. There's a miscommunication by the defense. See number 36 up top? He stops. He just stops. Joey Galloway, there isn't a Raider within 15 yards of him. The cone is closer than any Raider.
And I'll bet that McDaniel was right. He expected a safety to come over, and nobody.
Terry McDaniel, he's going to go back. He bites up, and Joey Galloway just runs down the field. Terry McDaniel's got to believe he's got help. There's no other way to explain it.
And Joey Galloway says, thank you very much. Yeah, so does John Free.
That's the easiest touchdown Joey Galloway will ever get.
They have loved Bach since he has been with the Jets. It's 2nd down and 10. Kitney's got a receiver. Galloway may be gone with the Pro Bowler Glenn on his back. Touchdown, Seattle. 70 yards. A stunning play.
Joey Galloway, probably the fastest guy on the field. It's a step and go. He's just going to run a go. There's an all-out blitz by the Jets. It's one-on-one on the outside. We asked Joey Galloway last night if he was the fastest guy on the field. He kind of laughed at me. He said, you mean in the National Football League or just on my team? I was trying to get him to say, hey, you ever have any challenge races? He's the fastest guy on this field.
And to think what just 5 minutes ago spelled doom with the supposed Henderson interception.
Next comes picked up. Pass is complete. This is Joey Galloway into the end zone and kept watch. The Seattle Seahawks have the lead. Remarkable.
Unreal, Charlie, and that was perfect execution, not only by Torretta, but watch Joey Galloway find a hole in the defense, sit in it, and then say, oh, there's nobody around me, I better go. And no one even lays a finger on Galloway.
And also credit the Seahawks offensive line.
Watch the linebacker, the corner, and the safety. Galloway will catch the ball right about there, but watch how they react. You know, it's kind of like, you know, Mo, Curly, and Larry, and all three of them turn the wrong way, and Joey Galloway just turned straight for the end zone.
They all want to be in there, but you got to do what ignites the team, and Broussard did last week. Here's a long ball. Warren Moon gets his man. Touchdown, Joey Galloway. We talked about the long ball offense, and there it is for the first score of the game. And the Seahawks on a 41-yard scoring play. A big hit from Warren Moon to Joey Galloway. They've been working in recent weeks to get synced up, and they obviously are now, Jim.
Kansas City's going to come with the blitz right up there in the middle, and as Dennis Erickson told us, he says when they're blitzing, we're going to get them some, and they're going to get us some. And what happened here is Galloway here's Galloway right there. He just beats Carter with a straight up route. He just outruns him. He's got the speed to do that. He just outruns him. No fake or anything. Well-thrown ball by Moon.
About as well thrown as it can be. And
the Seahawks wanted to get off to a quick start, and they did. There's Galloway right there, and Dale Carter's playing him close, but he doesn't get his hands on him right there. He kind of backs up as Galloway comes off the line, and Galloway just runs by him with that tremendous speed. And again, as we said earlier, a great throw by Moon.
1st and goal. Deems May in motion. Ricky Waters. He wants to throw, and he does. Caught by Deems May. A 1-yard touchdown pass by Ricky Waters, May's first touchdown catch of the year. And he's playing with a broken hand.
I'll tell you, Bill Romanowski is just a word away from getting a 15-yard penalty, which his team does not need right now.
It's 1st and goal at the 8. Waters in motion out of the backfield. Hewitt with great time goes into the end zone, touchdown. Darrell Jackson. Drop by Foley, the puck wide open is the receiver, and Fabian Bones has the touchdown. And Seattle has tied the game.
Fabian Bones going to make a little bit of a move to the inside and then go up the field. Walt Harris jumps on the inside right there. Harris jumps on the inside move and way out of position at that point. Nobody over the top to help him. He's one-on-one out there. And I'll guarantee you, Fabian Bones, who was in training camp with these Chicago Bears, couldn't be a happier player.
That guy, Antonio Gates, is the leading receiver for all tight ends in the National Football League.
Not even a football player, a college basketball player.
Here's third down for the Hawks. Going
Wide
up top
open.
for Darrell Jackson. He makes the catch, gets the touchdown. The sprinklers on again. And how's that for a guy who couldn't practice all week because of a bad ankle, now has 2 trips into the end zone.
That's what happens when you can run the ball successfully. The opposing defense has to use its safeties up towards the line of scrimmage. It isolates the cornerbacks. Time he's had trouble today is when they've got pressure on him with the blitz. This time the 49ers come with a 4-man rush. His offensive line does a beautiful job of giving him a pocket. And there you see Hansen man-to-man on Jackson to the outside with no safety over the top to help, because in fairness to the 49ers, they had to move those safeties up to try to slow down Sean Alexander.
And I don't care what anyone says, you cannot win football games without players. And right now, Seattle, if you look at it, whoa, here we go.
Here we go.
There's a player.
Robinson.
And there's a player.
Big time race down the field.
And this will be a confidence builder, Scott.
Diving in. Did he get into the end zone? Touchdown.
Yes. Okay.
79 yards.
Now look at that sideline. Look at the sideline, and that is what you need. As a football team, that's the kind of confidence builder you need. They're going to be able to make a play. But you'll see here on the replay, Dilfer gets back, and Robinson catches the ball in traffic, and he's able to avoid the first tackle. The good thing about catching the ball so deep is that by the time you get past the first defender, you talk about a running back making the first guy miss. Well, heck, as a wide receiver, the first guy you make miss is your safety or someone deep in the backfield. You're able to make the guy miss. Boom, it's a touchdown.
Second down and 20, blitz coming. Wallace looking to the corner of the end zone. And that is a touchdown in the corner of the end zone to Deion Branch. Gerald Hayes laid it on Seneca Wallace, but Branch in the corner of the end zone beats Roderick Hood.
I'm not sure you can cover this any better by Hood. He's right there. That ball has to drop down. They might have even called it pass interference with that, in that he wasn't playing the ball. That ball had to drop in the corner of the end zone absolutely perfectly, seeing Seneca Wallace getting lit up afterwards, but gets to roll around and see the touchdown signal go up.
Duckett, the lone setback on 3rd and 2. Fry looking, hitting Carlson, and he is into the end zone for the touchdown. As a Seahawk, John Carlson, his first touchdown as a pro. Seattle has the lead.
Exactly. Online, in stores near you. And there's Rowe going up top. Good sliding catch made. He wasn't touched. And he gets up to score the touchdown, does Logan Payne.
He's one of the fastest guys of all the receivers, believe it or not. He has really good size and does a nice job of getting over the defensive back, Miller, catching the football, and then having the presence of mind that he wasn't touched, and gets up and gets the ball into the end zone. Nice job by Logan Payne. I mean, they've taken pretty good shellacking last week by the New Orleans Saints at home, and they're taking a pretty good whipping tonight by the Seahawks. As you see Logan Payne catch this football and get it in the end zone.
I mean, you got to thank the defense, and you got to put points on the board.
They got it at the 38. Mike Teal going deep for Ben Obamanu. Makes the catch, and the touchdown. There's a flag in the secondary, though. Hold on a second. By Ben Obamanu.
Again, when Mike Teal throws that football, it really comes out of there pretty. And this time, Obamanu does a nice job of holding off Bowie and catches the football as it's thrown perfectly right to the outside shoulder, just how you want that deep ball thrown, because there are people in that press box I've seen from other teams that are here tonight. There's also a lot of film that's going to be traded around the league over this next 48 hours. So Ben Obamanu helping his case to be in the National Football League, whether it's here in Seattle or somewhere else on those other 31 teams around the league.
And you know this is a big game for Obamanu. Not only because he's trying to make this squad, he's out of practice squad eligibility.
Second and goal. Whitehurst is 4 for 4. Rolling. Comes back the other way. Touchdown, Mike Williams.
Well, you
see it so often. Roll this way, throw it back across the grain as the defenders all move to their left. And for Mike Williams, what a long, strange ride it has been for him. Out of football for 2 years and comes back. And boy, what a first drive for the Seahawks.
Arizona Cardinals with a 20-13 lead. Seahawks with the ball at their own 39. Tavares Jackson with time. Puts it up deep. Way downfield. And it is caught for a touchdown. Ricardo Lockett.
Tavares Jackson wants the ball pop off his hand. Doesn't even make a good follow through because of Bonnie Holiday. Still gets the ball out there. Marshae Green brought up to the active squad. They go right after him first play of this drive. Great concentration by Lockett.
Look at that catch. Look at that catch.
200-meter champion. Sam, you're talking about a track guy. This guy can flat out run.
6'2", 25-year-old, undrafted free agent out of Fort Valley State.
Here comes another all-out blitz. They're going to make Portis throw it. And he does. He got the blitz picked up for a second. Kept it alive. And then back to the end zone. Finds Anthony McCoy for the touchdown.
I like quarterbacks that can bail you out. You know, you're the play caller. You call the play. They cover the fullback in the flat. They cover the primary receiver. And Portis just keeps it alive. Shows really good poise back there and shows a lot of vision. Watch him. He's trying to hit the fullback and a tight end. He scrambles to his right, buys time, and throws the ball back against the grain. What an athletic play by Portis.
McCoy, who was injured last year, finished the year on IR.
Stick and fire. Wilson separates it. Touchdown, Rice. Seattle an extra point away from taking the lead. A bomb from Wilson to Rice.
Check out the bootleg here as Wilson comes out and it goes this way and gets time to throw. And he unloads on this ball down the middle. Rice behind the secondary, gets behind the rookie Wilson. There's the move to the corner, back to the post. All he needs now is a football. And there it is. Right here is Rice. Comes down the field, fakes going to that corner. That makes Wilson widen a little bit, back to the post. And with the protection that Russell Wilson's getting, plenty of time, and he just fires a beautiful spiral.
We asked Pete Carroll about Russell Wilson. He said he knows how to fix things. As a rookie, there are often a lot of things to fix. Carroll said, though, he's accurate, he's quick with the football, and he can really throw it. He just has to slow things down. And it was almost as if that play was in slow motion for Russell Wilson.
Had that big 60-yarder against Arizona in the season finale, and this time Cooper Helfet, another backup tight end, with his second touchdown of the preseason.
They've been throwing that flat slant combination with Lockett over there, throwing the slant to him. This time they throw it to Helfet, and he catches the football and just gets over that end zone for the touchdown. This is, like you said, his second touchdown reception of the preseason. And great effort getting that ball to the pylon.
For Lynch, who is closing in on another 1,000-yard season, had a couple with Buffalo. There's a pitch back. Turbin looking to throw. He fires. Touchdown! Sidney Rice on the catch. It was actually Golden Tate on the option. And Sidney Rice with his second touchdown catch. A 23-yarder.
A little razzle-dazzle from Seattle. He just flipped it back to Golden Tate. You don't realize he's left-handed. Antonio Cromartie, Jeremiah Bell, they've got their eyes in the backfield thinking it's going to be a run.
Trying to complete this first drive with a touchdown. Rush it towards the end zone. Jason Williams goes up, gets it, and scores. Pretty throw, sweet catch.
Throw it to the back pylon. You see some man-to-man coverage. Been a constant theme for Oakland. And BJ's made that throw a ton in his career. As a receiver, you're taught that ball is going to come and drop in the back by that back pylon. He's fighting, he's clawing to check with the corner. And unlike Chris Matthews on that previous play, a little fade, throw behind, stop, and look at Doug Baldwin, Jermaine Kearse and crew come running.
Quinn is connected on his last 3 passes. Perez Ashford, the man in motion for Seattle. Quinn, home run ball. Oh, taken away for the touchdown. Stephen Williams, no simultaneous catch. Touchdown, Seattle.
Well, you said it earlier, he has made some big plays in the preseason, and now all the quarterbacks, Tavares Jackson has thrown him a couple touchdowns. Just give him a chance. You can see he's a big receiver and just goes up and takes it away from Means for the touchdown.
He came over the top of Lois Means, and Seattle goes in front. Quinn on the bomb to Williams.
High, long throws down the field. So difficult for defensive backs to find the ball, to spot it, make a play.
On that dirt infield, Pryor. Going down the sideline, he's got Phil Bates. Touchdown, Seahawks. Well, that's one way to answer the bell. Good drive in the 2-minute drill led by Pryor.
We saw a very similar touchdown, didn't we, from Derek Carr in that end zone. And look at Terrell Pryor. He's got 2 safety look, but he's not looking down that go route. All right, he's got the Porter safety there. He's got the corner looking, and much like Adams was caught peeking, looking back. What's the quarterback going to do?
Hauschka from 38. Snap is good. Spot is a fake. John Ryan around the far side. He's going to throw. He's got a man in the end zone. It is a touchdown, Seahawks. Are you kidding me? Gary Gilliam, a former tight end, now a tackle. His first touchdown as a pro, and what a time to pull a fake punt out of the bag.
3rd and 10. 3 minutes to go. It's a screen to Smith, or make that Rawls, and Rawls is in the end zone for a touchdown. Thomas Rawls.
Well, it's the screen pass. You invite the pass rush up the field, then you drop it off, and Zaire Anderson with out there one-on-one with blockers in his way. Rawls does the rest. Nice execution, nice play call by Darrell Bevell, the offensive coordinator for the Seattle Seahawks.
5, 4. Boykin. This will be the final play unless there's a penalty on the defense for Tanner McAvoy. Caught it. Touchdown, Seahawks.
Of course. They'll just drive 88 yards in 67 seconds.
With no timeout.
Because you know what the Seahawks do? They come back and they win games in the 4th quarter better than anybody else in the league has done for the last 4 years. And in some ways, as dysfunctional as that whole setup was, it did not put the Kansas City Chiefs in that Hail Mary position. It actually left a one-on-one. I mean, you go up and you spike it, and maybe you run a play, and then you get a Hail Mary at the end, and everybody is back deep. Well, in that case, just because everybody's running around without a terrific plan.
It's to Baldwin, who's looking to throw. He's looking to go back to Wilson. It's there for the touchdown.
I saw it coming. Anytime the quarterback pitches whatever, somebody's got to stay outside and wait for him to make sure he doesn't release. Doug Baldwin did a really good job of pulling up probably before he was ready because he was under pressure, but a perfect spiral and a perfect throw to Russell Wilson. Check out his form and throws well under pressure.
Davis going towards the end zone. It is caught. McAvoy for the Seattle touchdown.
6'6", and finally one of the quarterbacks is throwing it up high enough for these tall receivers to make the catch over the shorter defensive backs.
Blew it off, went right to the chapter, which allows that extra safety to be in there. So he's got those packages somewhere in that playbook.
Touchdown Seattle. David Moore from Magoo, 36-yard TD, 19-13. Seattle.
This is just simple football. As far as throwing hitches and curls and coming up with the ball, you just have to make the tackle. And not a great effort there by the defensive backs on that last drive. As the Seattle Seahawks are on the field, they're excited for the younger part of their team. And now
Smith, Parkinson, touchdown, Seattle.
Well, they go man. You're with Darby here. You're going to see this clearing out, and then immediately Geno Smith knows what he has. As soon as he sees that Darby clears that
towards the end zone, caught, touchdown Seahawks. Jazz Ferguson playing sweet music. Empty backfield. Mannion got him. Caught, touchdown Seahawks. DeReese Roberson.
Philly, 3rd down and 10.
Lock, end zone, it is caught, touchdown, Seattle. Smith and Jigba has put the Seahawks on top. "29 yards to the rookie, his 3rd touchdown catch of the year." What a throw by Drew Lock.
Well, Sidney Brown's trying to disguise coverage. He drops down. Lock recognizes that he's got one-on-one, and it's just, there's nothing really to the route other than he's just running a flat go route. And Smith and Jigba, that's a great job of reeling it in, and just runs right by James Bradbury.
Hopefully we can get a nice play here for Noah Jindor, as Ehlers just throws up basically a punt, and it's caught by Landers inside the 10, and he walks into the end zone. What are we doing here? Lead to 23-13.
Well, I'd rather be lucky than good. And I'll say this, Kalen Barnes, it looked like the receiver might have had a little bit of him and pulled him back, but
Sam Howell and Seattle threatening here. 1st down and 10 on the 24. Nice pocket to the end zone. Touchdown, Seattle. Aesop Winston Jr. out of Washington State makes it 6-0 Seahawks.
Aesop Winston, look up front. No one even close to number 6 in the backfield. And he put a perfect ball on number 13, Aesop Winston Jr., right over the shoulder of Trey Avery.
Welch from Iola, Wisconsin. 2nd down and 8. Time, throw, right on the screws. That is a touchdown. Caught by Cody White. Boy, he authored that entire drive, didn't he? Had a catch for 25. Had a kickoff return of over 20 yards and got an 18-yard touchdown pass from rookie quarterback Jalen Milroe of Seattle. It's so fun.
Off play action now.
Darnold floats it. Open man. It's a touchdown. And Seattle jumps out in front on the first NFL catch for Torrey Horton. The rookie has a score.
Well, Horton's just going to take this all the way across the field. This is what happens when you establish the run. This is a play action, and Horton's just going to run across the field, use Smith and Jigba. Ooh, Sam Darnold gets a little kiss on the chin there from the Steelers defense, but still delivers.